Hello everyone. Good morning. Today we are going to discuss um, the topic called Powershell Execution Policy. So if you look at the screen, so the execution policy is a very essential during the PowerShell executions, and and it plays a very important and vital role during the execution of the scripts when it expose it to the internet. And so there are six execution policies are available, and first one is restricted, all signed, remote signed, unrestricted, bypass, and undefined. So if you look at the restricted, so default, this is the default behavior in the Windows, and so no scripts can run, only interactive commands are allowed. It means your system by default it is set to the unrestricted, because nobody is going to execute any kind of scripts. And second one is all signed. Scripts can run, but they must be signed by the trusted publisher. And remote signed, so scripts created locally run, but those downloads from the internet must be signed. Unrestricted, all scripts run warns the user before running the scripts from the internet. Bypass, nothing is blocked, so no warnings or prompts, so use it for the automation scenarios. Undefined, no policy set for in the current scope, inherited from the parent scope or default to restricted. So let's look into the one by one script so that we will get an idea how the execution policies are, you know, playing important role during the execution of the scripts. So if you look at the get, so get execution policy is the command where you can view the current execution policies, if you look like this. So currently it is set for the bypass policy, and if you want to view all scopes, just execution policy icon list, so that you're gonna get the scope along with the execution policy. So the local machine is bypass, current user is undefined, per process is undefined, user policy is undefined, machine policy is undefined. Undefined in the sense no policy is set in the current scope, inherited from the parent scope or the default to restricted. So if you look at all the categories of the scope, for local it is bypass. Current user in the sense the session what I logged in here, that is called current user. It is undefined. Process is undefined. The process in the sense the session. User policy is undefined. Machine is undefined. Machine policy. So that's how we can list out the uh, all the scope along with the execution policies. So now, if you look at the how are you going to modify the execution policies? So with the help of execution policy, what execution policy you are going to provide it. So either it is remote signed or whatever. So whatever that this one execution policy you gonna attach, and the scope in the sense see currently to set it temporarily for the session. So if you use the process, the scope is set for the current user to the policy only to the particular session. So if you close this one, the ISC, so the session, the execution policy is going to, um, it won't be available. It is we will not set for the permanently, right? It is just for the session. So the similarly set execution policy is remote signed and scope is called local mission. It is to set it permanently, and it requires administrative privileges. Okay, so that's how we are going to um, um, work with the execution policies, and so I hope this is useful for you guys. Thank you.